Hi folks, I want to start digging some parts out which I've got still to put on the Triumph Acclaim, and we'll have a look at the inside, and I want to try and get all that stuff out because I can't seem to find the lights anywhere. I think they might be in the back of the car. I'll see you in a minute. Right, well I want to start doing a few tinkering jobs on the Triumph Acclaim now. I'm still waiting for the brakes and the suspension parts to come, so there's nothing I can really do to put the main stuff back, but that doesn't mean to say that I can't put other stuff back and get some other stuff out which I need to refurbish. So let's have a look, see what I've got in the log cabin, and we'll also go out to the Triumph Acclaim, pull the carpet. I've got some old carpet laying in the back seat there because I can't find the lights in the log cabin anywhere, so they must be in the back of the car. So let's get going. Right, well I know for a fact that I've got the front bumper over here. Oh, both bumpers are here, so they can be refurbished, can't they? And there are some fog lights fitted to the front bumper. Let me get this out. Hold on. Let's get this over here. Right, let's put that down there and take a closer look at it. Sit that on there. Right, let's see what we got here. Right, so this is obviously the front bumper there. The fog lights that someone's fitted on the top there by the looks of it. They look to be period Halford sort of jobbies. I might leave them on actually, but the bumper itself appears to be in pretty straight order. So it doesn't look like it's had any bashes at all. It's got this plastic end cap on there, which if I remember rightly, I couldn't undo that screw there when I got it. So what I've got to do is to take this end cap off. It's got these little inserts there, as you can probably see, so they can be cleaned up and sprayed. That is obviously a rubber insert there, which is probably bolted on from behind. I can take that off, get it down to basically the metal first, give that a rub down, and get that sprayed up. I think the back needs a little bit of treatment on it. If I just turn that over, there's not too much actually, so yeah, you can see them clips holding that strip on. Look, these sort of little plastic clips here, they just squeeze together. I don't know whether they're going to break off or not, and that will allow the centrepiece to come out. That's obviously the mounting brackets there, one there and one there, which fix onto the actual car brackets. I can unbolt these lights, as I say, there are only 2 bolts there, and that'll get me straight down to the metal bit. That looks like a nutsert in there. I think it's a common thing on these to seize in there, which that probably has. So if I can get that off, I can get this stripped down, I can get this ready for paint. I can wire brush all this on the inside. There's not actually too much in there. I thought it was a lot worse than this. It's only a little bit of surface rust there, so let me strip this down now, get it down to the metal, and then we can get this ready for spraying. Right, okay, that's okay then. I thought these were buckled. I thought one of these was buckled, but they're not. They're actually nice and straight. This is the rear one. The rear one's got a bit more corrosion on the back there, as you can probably see, but again, nothing that's serious at all. And there is a bit more surface imperfections on the lower part of this one, so I might have to give these a skim of filler as well. So that's the back one there. That's the front one over there, which again seems to be in a whole lot better condition. This one's got very minute pitting along the inner edge, but there's a rubber seal that goes along there, I think you'll find. So I think they're both perfect actually. Well, for the age of the car, I was expecting a lot more damage on them, especially like rear bumpers. You normally get a fold or a crease in the middle somewhere, but we're fine. The plastic trim itself is, I must have covered that with masking tape many years ago, and it's all stuck on there, but I mean that will come off anyway. Every one of the clips has survived, which is a good thing because they normally break off, so I can reuse all them. The only thing I haven't found at the moment is the, let's put that there for a minute. There appears to be one of these missing, but I think that's over in a box in the corner there. And the other end cap for the front bumper. So I've got one here. That might be in the car, I'm not too sure, but let me go and have a look. I think there's a couple of ends over here for the rear bumper. Yeah, there we go. So again, these are the two end caps for the rear bumper, and again, they're just going to need a slight rub down. That one's actually worn through there. I might have to do a bit of plastic welding on this one. Let me show you. They should have a... Oh, and that one's worn through as well. So they should have a lot of metal insert in there, but they've worn away there. So I might just plastic weld a bit of a plate in there, or JB weld something like that over the top there, so that otherwise the nut's just going to go straight through. But all in all, they're fine. There's no real gouges out of them. So that's absolutely perfect. So this is going to be my next refurbishment job. Just found another box of bits, which is handy. That's a screen in front of the radiator. So I did paint that black, but I might powder coat that black now that I've got my powder coating set up. It was many years ago I painted that, but it needs a repaint. And I've just found this in here, look. So that could be for one of the front ones. I got one of them. There's another one, so there's obviously two for the rear bumper as well. That's for the boot, I would imagine, the tailgate. There's a light there as well for probably side indicators or whatever. But yeah, so I'm finding stuff all the time now. As I say, this is all got to be refurbished. So let's just go out the front now and have a little look at on the back seat. I've got loads of carpet and stuff in there at the moment. Let's clear that out, see if we can find the front lights. I can't find the front lights anywhere. So once we got them, I can start fitting them, I think. So let's go outside. She's just come out to the log cabin and she's just told me...
Alexa off.
What was that?
The timer.
What for?
My hair.
She's doing her hair, look.
My naturally coloured hair.
She just told me a box has arrived and it looks like the Triumph parts are here. So let's open it up and see what we got. I hope everything's correct. Get the old Jim Bowie knife out.
I bet people be shocked that I dye my hair at my young age.
People are shocked that you dye your hair, baby. I don't think so.
All natural.
You see her now, right? And when she's... Oh, shouldn't I be holding the knife like that, baby, should I? When she's done her hair, she looked like a right stunner. Wouldn't you, baby?
I hope so.
Yeah? Come on, let's carry on opening this. I can't wait to see what's in here. Right, okay. I hope everything's here, Sharon.
Oh, so do I. Get rid of that car. Oh, you're working it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to be driving around in the Triumph Acclaim for a bit, I think. Right,
Well,
mind your phone, mind your phone.
It's only right all the work you've put into it.
I've done a lot of work on it, Sharon.
Years it's been sat there.
Yeah. Right, get rid of that. Right, what's this first of all? Auto Friend, whatever that is.
Friend, just told you.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's the other CV joint gator which I ordered. So that's ideal. I've got two of them now to refit that drive shaft. Oh, a whole new set of brake shoes. Absolutely fine. Oh, and they come with squirrel plates as well. I didn't know that.
What plates?
Squirrel, anti-squirrel plates.
Squirrel.
So that's that. I don't know what these are. Oh, the seal kits. There we go. Now, I hope they're the right size. I've got the seal kits in there. That's the piston, the actual seal itself, the dust cap. Oh, I didn't know you get them as well. The two slide pin rubbers. So we've got two of them. It's a bit dark here, isn't it? And also a new bleed valve as well. So there's two kits of them. So that's fantastic. Oh, it's all coming together, isn't it? There's two of them. These should be the track rod ends for the front, I would imagine. For the steering. Yep. So yet again, there's two brand new track rod ends as well. So put that in there. Don't you love it getting new parts? There's the other one. And this, I gather, is the discs. If I would have sold this straight away, other people would have got the benefit of all this, so it does pay, I suppose, for me to have a bit of use out of it anyway. Yes, there we go, two brand new discs for the front of the Triumph Acclaim. How about that? Absolutely fantastic. Look at that, look, brilliant. As you can probably see there, come to 98 euros. That's including shipping cost and VAT as well. So that weren't too bad, was it? Happy days. The next video is going to be a good one. I'm going to be fitting all this stuff for the next Triumph Acclaim video. But first of all, let's finish this video off and just go out and have a look out the front to see if them lights are in the back of the car. So let's go have a look at that. Right, well, I know they're not in the boot because I've cleaned it out the other week, didn't I? So let's get this out. They might be in here, you see, I don't know. Let's get all this carpet out of here. I know there were some parts in here, I think, but... oh, I can see the grille. Perhaps the lights are in here. Blinking tent? Two-berth tent? What's that doing in here? Right, that's got most of the big stuff out of the way. What's in that shopping bag there, anything? Ah, that's where it went. Do you know what? I've been looking everywhere for that. Oh no, it's the box. Is it in there? Yes, it is. My diagnostic tester. Again, another thing which Jimmy's had. Oh, God, I don't know. And again, yes, it's in here, look, because there's all this stuff in here, look. So he did have it. There you go. So I've just found that. Right, so there's the front grille. There's the indicator lenses and stuff like that. What's that there? Oh, it's the old water pump. Labels for the back. HL. Oh, it's a HL model, this is it? Didn't know that. There you go. Well, where's the headlights? Where's the blinking headlights? Brackets are in here and stuff, so I need to get all this sorted out now, I think, because we're getting to that stage. Or are the headlights in it? I don't know. The headlights are in it, look. Oh, well, that's it then. So I've got the headlights in it. So the grills can go back in. That plate I showed you by the radiator, that black plate which I'm going to powder coat, that goes in there. That just protects all the engine from the weather, I suppose. And there is a plate to go over, or a guard to go over the exhaust manifold, which I've got in the back as well, which needs a little bit of welding. Before I put these back on, oh, that's where the bumpers fit to. Look, them pins go straight through there, so that's easy enough. That's only 2 bolts. And I might just give this a little bit of a grind down here, just to grind that down, and put a bit of their Vactan rust treatment on there, and then put some underseal on it, just to protect it for the moment. These are the sort of jobs where you can do, like when you've got the car running and you're tinkering about of a weekend or whatever. You know, you do tinker about of old cars, so I can actually look after that later on, once the car's up and running. So really, there's no reason why I can't clean a lot of these parts up and get the grille back in. Now the lights are there. I didn't realise, I was spending hours looking for them lights in that log cabin, and they're already fitted to the car. So things are coming together now. I've dug out all the trim, so to speak, so we can start getting that done. I'm not going to paint the rear boot yet, because I'll do that nearer the time when I might need some more paint, you see. I did have some cashmere gold left over when I sprayed the car, but that might have gone off now, so I wouldn't imagine the paint factors would be open now anyway. So I've got to get that sorted, but let me just go out, get a wire brush and get some underseal and just quickly treat that before I put the grills back in. Right, okay, so this is just a little quick fix so that I can get this front all sorted out. Got my mask on, got my safety goggles on, and I've got a little wire brush on the end of my battery drill, so we'll just go to that. Right, okay, there is a few holes in that, so I will have to plate that. But for the moment, I'm just going to treat it with a bit of Vactan rust treatment. Right, okay, so I have done the back of that as well. As I say, this is literally just to get me to the stage where I can get this thing back together. I will treat all this, as you probably know, properly afterwards. I'll make a little repair panel up, we'll patch for that. But this is just to literally so I can get the front back in now. So let's just put this on here. I say this isn't structural, this little bit here, so. Right, okay. We'll give that a little bit of a time to dry. And I'll repeat, it's not a finished permanent job. It just gives me the opportunity to get the car grille all back in, and these are the sort of jobs which I can tinker about with once I've got the car going and out the way, and I can come back to this over a weekend or whatever, and we can do a repair patch for this. I've got one to do in the back as well, but I think someone said that that one's going to be structural. It's on the inside of the rear wing, and I think that's a common place for these to have a bit of rust. So I'm just going to do this, let this dry off. I'll give it a coat with this underbody sealant just to give it a bit of protection for the moment, and I can start getting this lot back in. Well, just dug that out of the car. That was the one I was looking for. So we've got all of the end caps now for the bumpers. Let's put that over there, and just gonna lay this back on. I've put them blankets in there, them and bits of carpet. They're always handy. That's it, that's just clipped on. So yeah, that's not my number plate on there. I think I said that to you before. That's the number plate that come with this trunk lid or boot lid. So this is an A-Reg 1984. So right, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do with this. This was the old trim that went around the rear window. I don't know whether or not that might be salvageable. If I remember, there was a gap in this, and this, I don't think you can get hold of this anymore. I did buy some generic stuff, but I don't know whether or not I'll be able to paint that silver, just to, if I have to use this one again. So although I did get a replacement make, I don't know whether it had quite the same profile as that. So that's why I've kept this for, because just in case, because this, as I said to you, is a new rear. It will go back in, as I say, because it's brand new. This is a brand new rubber on there, you see, new old stock. And if I paint that possibly a chrome or whatever, with that chrome paint I've got, that might do for the moment if I can get it straightened back out again. And as I say, it did have a gap in the middle, top or bottom. I think it was bottom actually. So that's the reason why I've kept it. But in warm water, that might straighten out and make it more malleable. So that's something which I've got to sort out. And what else have we got here? There's one for the front as well. I think that's broken, that one. That one's a lot more brittle, this one. And again, this is a slightly different profile again. So I did keep it, but little bits of trim and stuff. And these bits of rubbers, there's nothing wrong with these. These went in here and went in there, and there were some plastic end caps that went on there, which I haven't got anymore. And I don't think you can actually get them anymore, but whether I kept them, because they did break when you took them off. They had a little screw there which broke off there, so they're not there anymore. So whether or not I can just put them in there, and I don't want to put them in yet because I'm going to clean the roof, obviously. And mate, I don't know whether just to sort of have them laying down like that until I get some little end caps, or maybe on the 3D printer, when I get that working, I might be able to make a set of them. So that's always something. Again, little jobs you can tinker about with afterwards. Initially, I've got to cut this paint back, as you know. It's got 3 coats of lacquer on it, and it needs like a 1500 flattened all over, and then a good buffing. So that's got to come up on the channel. Top of the timing belt cover needs to be cleaned up and go back on. I left that off because obviously I've got to do the timing belt again, and I did put a new timing belt on it. And that's the correct number plate for the car. And again, that will go on the back or front, depending which one is which. I think that's the rear one. But let's just go outside. I just want to make sure them discs and stuff I've got are actually the right stuff. So let's go out and just double check that. Okay, I've got the old disc here. Let's measure this up first of all. As I say, I don't want to... I've done that before where I've bought parts, left them in a box for ages and ages, and when it comes to fix the parts, they don't fit. I've had that many a time. And I don't learn by my mistakes, nor do all of us. I know we don't. Right, so... let's get this out of here. Nice brand new disc. Let's plonk the old one on top. Check the old spacings. They look all right to me there. Let's put it back to back. Make sure our holes line up. Oh yes. Superb. Everything's fine with the discs. Right, so we can put that to one side. I now know that they're okay. Only cheap, as I say, about £13 each. In fact, let's get this flaps off of this box, doing my head in. Let's get a knife out, hold on. Keep flapping open. I keep these bits of cardboard because these are handy for making templates up when I'm doing any welding or whatever. And I'm always on the hunt. When I do a bit of welding or have to make a bracket up or something, I'm always looking for bits of card, so it's always handy to keep a few bits of card just laying about, tucked away somewhere in the workshop. There we go, so I can use that. Happy days, put that to one side. I've done that and I'll probably never use them. Right, next thing was the wheel kits. That's the gator, which is fine. Track wheel ends here, they're okay. The wheel, these are the ones I was a bit concerned of, the calipers and the pistons. More so the pistons, because if these are wrong, there are two types of caliper for these. So let me go and get that. Or did I have the old one here? Did I have the old one here? Oh, here we go, I've got the old one here. So that's the old piston. There's the new one. There's the visual eye, which looks absolutely spot on and the same from all angles. But I will double check. Let's get that out. Just there. I'll just lock that on. And try the new one. Exactly the same. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that, look. That's what you want to see. I'll just check the height for them as well. Yeah. Exactly the same. Superb. So I now know that I've got the rebuild kits for the calipers. And I'll just check one more thing, which is the brake pads. I've got an old one here. I'd say they weren't too bad actually, to be honest with you. Oh, you can definitely see that they were well low, look. Yeah, probably about halfway through, look, they was there. So, let's just have a little look here. That's it, exactly the same. Exactly the same. How great is that you can still get parts like that are over 30 years old? Well, 1984, 36 years old. And you can still get them as good as new. Look, they're not reproductions. I mean, they're not new old stock. Happy days. Right, well, as you can probably see now, I've got plenty to do, plenty to work on. And I've also bought a pair of where are they? Are they in there? I've also bought a pair of these proper locking pliers to actually crimp these clips up because they're a certain type. A lot of people use side cutters. I've used side cutters before myself many a time, but this time I just went out and bought a pair of them. They're only about £12, so I thought as I'm putting these on, I might as well do it. And now I've got a set now anyway, so that's that. Happy days. Let's just show you some of the other parts which I've got all refurbished, and you'll probably see some of Sharon's lawnmower parts over there. Let's go have a look. So as you can see, all my brake parts and all that are here, all ready to be rebuilt over there, and I'm sure you can see Sharon's lawnmower, there's a lawnmower which I'm doing at the moment, as you probably know, and these are some of the parts that I've actually, that's chrome powder coating, if any of you don't know that, and if you've not seen the lawnmower videos, that's what that's turned out like, which is very, very nice. And also there the wheel brackets, as you can see. Again, powder coating, chrome. You're supposed to lacquer over these with they do a powder clear lacquer, but that you have to prove at 200 degrees and leave it in the oven for half an hour. I find it tends to leave a slight tarnish. Let me show you the difference between the two. This was chromed, exactly the same chrome as that what I've just shown you there. Let me just put it together. There you go. And I don't know whether you can see the difference. This one hasn't got the lacquer on at the moment, and that's got the lacquer. It goes more of a sort of a grey chrome once you cure it at 200 degrees for 20 minutes. The chrome you put on at 180 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. So the extra half an hour tends to dull it off a little bit, which I don't, well, it's okay, but I'm toying with the idea of actually covering these with a 2K standard lacquer so that you don't have to heat it up, and that way you should retain this chromy look compared to that sort of semi-grey look which you get when you heat it up. So that's what I'm going to probably try and do anyway. But yeah, they don't turn out too bad, do they? Yeah, look, that's the wheel brackets. I actually done the cover in powder coat grey. That doesn't get all that hot, to be honest with you, although it's for the exhaust. That doesn't get hot. Definitely not 200 degrees anyway. So yeah, there you go. Suspension's all ready to go back on now. We've got the brakes and the new bearings to go in there as well. The drive shaft bits there for ready for reassembly. Let me put that back over there. But as you can see, I've got so much on the go here at the moment, and I've got 3 channels to keep going, because this is what I do for my living now. I make YouTube videos, and that's why you see like little chunks and little bite-sized pieces of stuff which I'm doing, rather than watch a whole thing, because you're watching it as it happens, and my life is actually quite busy. Anyway, oh hello, baby's here, look. Come on, baby. Now you remember that old haggard witch I showed you early on with dark hair? Look at that little beauty, look. Hey? Well?
There's no grey.
All the grey is gone.
Magic.
I'm natural. I'm a natural dark hair. Dark hair. I'm a natural darkie. No, that can't do that. That's
No.
I won't cut that out anyway. Anyway, baby, all the parts are here. Look, I've got all the Triumph Acclaim bumpers and all that there ready to go.
Where's my mower?
Hey?
Where's my mower?
Your mower's in the back, baby. Don't worry. I've just shown them. This is a Triumph video, but I'm showing them that I do other stuff as well. Yeah?
Yeah, you do.
Right, so anything else to say?
I'm going down the road.
What for, baby?
I'm going up to see Gary and Stacey. Stacey needs a hot water bottle.
Right.
Oh my God, I forgot.
You've forgotten already, haven't you? You're getting old, baby. Your hair might look good, but you're getting old. Aren't you? Come on in, let's go. I might as well come with you for the ride, Sharon. I can hear footsteps. Oh, it's Bison. No, it's not Bison. It's Mark. What's his name?
I wish it was Bison.
Come on then. All right, we've got to go, baby. Don't forget, check out my other videos, my other channel,
Bye.
Butler's Empire. You'll see her a lot more on Butler's Empire channel. Won't they, Shell?
You watch your views that go up, then they'll all be going.
Of course they will. Of course they will. Get over to Butler's Empire. Give a little subscribe over there. Hit that little notification bell. Cool, can you hear that? That's a Eurofighter going over the bot. Anyway, got to go. Got a lot more to do. I've got all this to sort out and clear up, and you'll see that in the next Triumph Acclaim video. If not, look at my lawnmower video, Sharon's custom lawnmower, which I'm doing at the moment as well. And also check out my Retro Hacks channel as well. And I'll see you in the next video. And until then, bye for now.